I'm going to go to my brushes. Now I have a lot of brushes just from other things, but the ones on the bottom here are going to be the ones that came with that pack. So I haven't really messed around with these that much, but pretty much what the brushes stage is, see those are like some trees, is you're just kind of like, you want to pick a color first of all. So the color's going to be over here, by the way, the same place for the paint bucket tool, but maybe I'll make them kind of like a blue, and it's just going to be kind of like a testing, feeling out process. You're just going to want to try a bunch of brushes and move them around and just see which ones you like. You can do combos of brushes, and this is relatively easy because the designs are actually made for you. And right now, in case you guys are wondering, I'm hitting Control-Z to undo, so I can kind of mess around where I put the brush. But if I was really making a background, I would put a lot more time into this because this is a big deal for the aesthetics of the YouTube page. But for right now, I'm not really going to bother that much. I'll just kind of pick a brush or two and just put it there just for the sake of the tutorial. But once again, you guys can do way more than I'm doing right now. Alright, I'm just going to take one brush and put it on that side, and I'm going to take another brush that looks similar and then put it on the other side and just leave it at that. So, you can make something a lot better looking than this, but right now that's what I have. So, now if you want to make, you can make effects to these just like you can make effects to the shapes layer. So, I can bevel these. I don't really know how well that looks, but something that's kind of nice is to put a shadow on them, or put a glow to them. It's also nice. I'm not going to do any of that right now because I'm just keeping this simple, but Photoshop you have a lot of ways to customize, and it's hard for me to make like a tutorial, this is exactly what you need to do, because there's really a lot to it. So I have these two sides here. Now if you want to make brushes onto the layer here, you can do that, and my advice is to keep them small. Like if I want to put these palm trees down here, this is where the related, or the other channels, your subscriptions, your subscribers, that kind of stuff is going to go. So you change the size of the brush right here where it says master diameter. Right now 2000 pixels is really big, but it's exponential. So you can see when I'm at the bottom here, if you look, it's only going slowly, but when I go up here, you can see how it's exponential. So like one little movement of it is going to move it a lot, whereas down here one little movement isn't going to move it as much. So just keep that in mind. And then once you get it down to a certain size, you can actually see the little preview of it as the icon. I don't think you can see that when I'm screen recording, but when you're actually in Photoshop, you can see a preview of it. So I'll just do this just to put it there. But so there's my palm tree brush. Obviously you guys are going to do way more with that than I am. But now I want to talk about something that I don't see in a lot of backgrounds that I really think that you should see, and this is a fade at the bottom. So you're going to make a new layer, and you want it on top of everything. And what you're going to do is go into your gradient button here, and then go up here, like we said before. And we're going to make this side opacity at 0. And then whatever background color you want for the rest of your channel, because this is a short background, so like right about here it's going to cut off. And you want to fade it so that it looks good when it cuts off. So I'm just going to go with the same kind of red that we had here. And I want to make sure that this is the same color on the other side so that the fade doesn't look weird. So I'm actually going to copy this code here. And we're going to use this code again in just a second. Or I'm not going to show you that part, but I'm going to tell you about using that code when you actually put in your YouTube background. And then on this side, I'm going to paste in that code. And you can see that it changes it to the color, and now these two are the same. And this way, since this isn't a color, it doesn't mess up the fade in the middle. I'll show you what happens if I make this color like black. You can see that in the middle it's fading from this color kind of to black, and then it fades out. And so we don't want that. It looks the best if you have the same color. So now, from what we learned before, this side over here, the translucent side, is going to be the first click, and then the other side to the right here, the side that we have color, is going to be the second click. So what I'm going to want to do is start the translucent side maybe right about here, and then I'm going to hold shift to make sure it goes perfectly straight, and then I'm going to end just a little bit before the end to make sure that you get to the solid color, and just like that. So now we have a nice little fade right here. And the reason that we're going to do that is once we upload this to the YouTube, which I'm not going to do, you can, when you put it onto your YouTube channel, you're going to make the background color this color right here, this one. And so it actually has this color code, and you can put this into YouTube, and this way it looks nice and put together. Alright, well, that's about it. That's all I have for this video, and this is the background that we made. Oh, you know, I'll go over doing text quickly. This shouldn't be the very hard part, but so text, this is the text tool for those of you who don't know. And so it'll make its own new layer when you add it, and I just gotta load the fonts onto my Photoshop, so it's taking a little bit, but so you know, I'll make this big and I'll type in like PC Professor. I don't really like this font, but I'll put a link in the description to a good font website that a lot of people use. But you know, I'm just gonna do this quickly. So you know, you highlight it, you can change the font. I'll just keep it on the one that it's on, just to make it easy. And then to rotate it, you can also, if you want the text to actually be right side up but sideways, if you click and hold here, this is the vertical type tool will do that. But if you want the if you want to just rotate this, if you hit Control T on your keyboard, you can see how you get these dots on the side here, and then if you hold Shift again, that'll constrain it, and you can rotate it with clicks, and that way I can get it perfectly sideways, and then I can just kind of put it on the side here, and it will snap to the side of the rim here, which is nice because you can see how it perfectly fits right in there. And then Control T again, that's transform, so I can make it bigger. And then just like anything else, if we go to blending options, we can change that. And the blending options are something that I really like to use on text because it makes the text look a lot better. Definitely a shadow on it, you know, sometimes a glow, anything like that. Alright, well, now that's really the end. So thanks for watching. If you've watched this far, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Liking the video, favoriting the video really helps out my channel. And if you want me to do anything, just send me a private message or leave a comment on this video, and I'll be happy to answer any questions or do any requests for videos that you have. Thanks, guys.